Hello everybody, hey, it's Richard Seaman coming at you from Phoenix, Arizona, the founder and director of Seattle Life Coach Training. And I just wanted to today spend a little bit of time with you teaching you some tips and tricks of my business success. And the first thing I want to say to you is that when we are growing and starting our businesses, this thing called fear, F-E-A-R, the big F word, shows up all the time. And we have to realize that we have two options when fear shows up. The first option is that we can face everything and rise, or we can forget everything and run. My invitation to you, when you're fearful, when your business is moving, or business is slow, or business is just in a place of going too fast or too slow or in the middle, or there's just whatever it may be going on, and the fear rises up and bubbles up inside of you, I hope and I invite you to rise with it and know that the fear is a great wise messenger here to teach you something. And our best work that we can do when a fear arises is we can breathe into it and ask the fear what it is it's here to tell us. I want to leave you with a couple tips and tricks of building business that we have to really understand, because this fear thing is showing up all around us. The first thing is that there is a time to seed our businesses and there is a time to harvest in our businesses. So let's talk about what it looks like when you're seeding your business. Seeding your business is when you're putting the seed into the ground. And during that time, we have to be okay with the slowness of it, the divinity of it, the harmony of it, the organicness of it, and that things that are good will never grow too quickly. So while we're seeding, we have to trust the process, and we can't always be digging underneath the soil to see if it's growing. We have to trust that there's a divinity in the world that is growing our business just as much as it's growing the food that we eat. During that time that we're seeding and we begin to see the green come up out of the soil, that's the time when we need to begin to be in the maintenance process of it. And this is the time when we need to nurture our gardens and we need to weed our gardens. That's the maintenance part of it. During this nurturing process, we got to make sure that we're watering it properly, that we're doing the things that we are going to do to grow the healthy business. And that might be that you need to keep yourself in check personally, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Keeping those in check while you're growing your business. And then while we've done a great job at seeding our business, and we've done a great job at nurturing our businesses, and we're doing a great job of weeding our businesses, letting things go that aren't serving us, that even may be just simply cleaning our desk once a week. The nurturing may be calling customers that are still on the verge of not signing up for a program, that you'd call them, or a product, and see where they are and see how you can support them. That's nurturing. And the weeding, of course, letting things go that aren't serving us. Sometimes we have to know that that isn't our client anymore and we need to let them go. Or that maybe that stack of paperwork that's sitting there needs to go and be shredded. Or maybe those bills need to be paid. So that's the time that we nurture, and we also are weeding in our businesses. The last thing that we do, of course, is harvest. And harvest is the most fantastic part of running a business, and that's when we get to taste and experience the fruits of our labor. But in order to harvest, we have to seed, and we have to nurture, and we have to weed. So I invite you in this moment to get that in business, it's not going to be a propelment forward all the time. And that we have to learn that there's a time to seed and there's a time to harvest. And when we understand that, we'll understand that those gaps of time and those what we see as delays or denials are not actually denials. That's the time that we're actually seeding, nurturing, and weeding our businesses. And when we can get that, our businesses and our life becomes much, much more graceful and much more easier. I ask you to continue to remember fear is an illusion, and in business there's a time to seed and a time to harvest. I bless you as you spend that time in your gap, nurturing and weeding your business. You can find me at www.slctseattle.com. Richard Seaman, have a great day. Blessings. Namaste.